Hey developers, I'm Martin and welcome back to part 9 where we are creating a WhatsApp clone application in Flutter. So in this video, we are going to cover a lot of things. So make sure to tighten your seat belts. In this video, we are going to cover the contacts page, the audio waveform. So basically we can send and record audio using waves. Also, we are going to create the map location page so that we can pick the location and then send that particular location via map. Also, we are going to integrate UPI payments inside our application so that the user can also send some money inside the chat as well. So we are going to cover these things, and also we are going to make some UI pages as well. So I'm going to make the change password screen as well and the settings UI page as well. And also we are going to create the contacts page where we can pick any new contact and check if that particular user has installed our app or not, and we can send message to that particular user from our contacts, and also we can send contacts from messages to another person. Okay, so we are going to create all these things inside of a video. So make sure to stick till the end. And if you want to jump around to a specific topic, then you can use the timestamps I've given below as well. And you can basically jump to that particular topic and learn about that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, then make sure to do that as well, as more of these amazing videos are coming soon on this YouTube channel. And also you can comment below what type of videos you guys want in future from this channel, and I'll try to make those type of videos the majority type of video on this channel. So with that being said, let's dive in. So we are on my laptop, and first what we'll do is that let me open up the Android Studio, and as you can see we are having our WhatsApp clone project. So first let me just close everything, and as you can see I have made a lot of changes in this part, right? So basically for the changes we can see here. So for this part, I have made all these changes in these files. So we are going to cover each and every file right here. Okay. So I have made changes in the contact page. I have made changes in the messages. So now we can make audio message, contact, document, and we were already having this document GIF, and I also added this payment and location message as well, so that we are also going to integrate the UPI system inside our application, and also we are going to make the message send via location as well. So we are going to cover all these changes, and if you wanted to go to some specific topic, then you can check the timestamps out as well and jump around in the video. So with that being said, let's just first run the app. So basically let's just wait for it to run, and in the meanwhile what I'll do is that let's go to the pubspec.yaml. So what modules I have used in this part? So basically I have used, okay, from here. So first we get the mic stream package. So this is used to get the stream mic. So basically we are going to listen to the audio and then render the waveform as well. So to get the stream of the microphone, so that we are going to use this package. Then we have the Flutter audio waveform. So this is nothing but we are using this package to render the stream that we are getting, then I'm using the getIt package. So basically all of the services that I'm using, I'm simply setting it up right here inside the getIt.dart. So we'll check that out as well. And we are going to use provider. So provider is nothing but the state management we are going to use. And you can see in the provider folder as well. So we'll talk about this as well. Then we have our Flutter contact. So this plugin we are using to get the contacts from users phone, and also we can create new contacts like we have in WhatsApp. Then I'm using the Flutter toast so to basically show some messages to the user. After then I'm using the UPI underscore India package. So basically it is a UPI plugin which can be used to open multiple UPI application inside our Flutter app and make the transaction possible. So in more depth, I'm going to talk about further in this video. After then, I'm using the geolocator package to get the current location while I'm sending the location via message. Then I'm using the share underscore plus to share the app info inside the settings page that we are having. Also, I have created the password underscore screen. So basically this will help us to create the password screen very easily, this package. Then we have the settings UI to create the settings UI easily. After then I am having flutter underscore map to render the map and then pick a location and then send that particular location to the user. And after then we are using the geocoding to generate places and names from latitude and longitude. So that is known as geocoding. So basically we are going to use all these plugins and packages inside our application. I'm going to link each and every one of these packages inside the description box as well. So you can check that out on pub.dev. All right. Also, I haven't made any changes inside the Android folder. So we just have to pass these pubspec.yaml and then let's just go to the main.dart. So we know that I haven't changed anything inside main.dart. So first, let me just go to the getIt. So if you're not sure what getIt is, it is nothing but it simply creates an instance of the provider that we are having. So inside the provider folder right here, I created a provider.dart, and basically what this will do is that we are creating a class audio provider which will store the state for our stream controller and the samples that we are having for our mic stream. So whatever we are speaking, that should automatically render on the message screen in real time. So that is why we are using provider, and we can stop or start the recording by these functions right here. Okay. So basically to use provider in the front end or view model layer, we have to use getIt. So getIt must be quite easy to use provider. So now I go to the now in the message page, in the message underscore is dot, you can see that I have created an instance of the audio provider using the getIt, right? This getIt is nothing but the getIt instance, and then I'm simply passing the audio provider that we are having. Now after initializing it, I can simply call it inside the app. So as you can see, I have the provider.stop recording. So that will automatically stop the recording. And similarly, I am having other functions as well. So this is what we have in the get it and provider. For the provider part, I'll talk about it more, what each of these functions are doing and what these variables are. So we are going to cover that as well, but I'll discuss it more when we start the audio widget, the audio rendering widget we are having. Right, great. So actually the app is successfully installed. So let me just open up my emulator. I'm going to run the emulator once. So this is my phone right here. Now as you can see, this is our UI that we were having in the previous parts. Now what I have created, let me show you that as well. So now let's cover the message screen. If I open up any chat, then you can see we are having audio and these buttons right here. Now I have already discussed the document, camera, gallery and audio in the part 8. So if you haven't watched that part, then do check it out right here. Okay. So in this part, I have integrated the payment. So now what I can do is I can simply select payment and this will automatically ask me to choose any Paytm, Google Pay or Amazon UPI application. After clicking any of these applications, I can simply send money to that particular user ID. So basically, let's cover the UPI India plugin first. So inside the message underscore page dot dart, inside the switch case that we are having, whenever the user selects on payment, then this function will be called. Okay, so this function is nothing but we are calling the show model bottom sheet. So first we are initializing the UPI India object and then we are calling the method that is get all UPI apps. So this will return all of the apps like Google Pay, like Paytm and Amazon UPI, all of the apps that you have inside your phone for the UPI payments. And after then I'm simply rendering those apps inside the grid view that we are having. So whenever I click on payment, this grid view will show. Now I have to remove this phone number. So let me just remove this as well. Right. So as you can see, whenever we click on any of these widgets, what will happen? We are first going to pop. So basically this bottom sheet will go back. Then we are starting the UPI payment. So we have to pass the UPI ID. So here we can pass the UPI ID. After then we can pass the receiver's name. We can add a referral ID, a transaction note, and then we can pass is transaction successful equals to true or false, and then what UPI app has been used and what amount is being transferred. So basically I'm simply assigning it to true here, and that is why we get a failed transaction right here. So what we have to do is that just comment this out and uncomment this part. Okay, and basically just do this run. Great. So now what I am doing is that first I am initializing the UPI payment. So this UPI payment, I created a class here. So basically these are all the fields that we are having, and that's it. The UPI ID, the name, the referral ID, the note, transaction ID, is transaction successful, UPI app, and the amount. And after we have successfully assigned the UPI payment, we can call this initiate transaction. So this failed transaction is appearing because we haven't initiated the transaction. So if I go to this function, what this will do is that this will start the transaction with the particular UPI app and all of these details we've passed from the UPI payment model, and then we'll get a UPI response status. So if the status is true, that means that payment is successfully transferred, then we are assigning is transfer successful equals to true, and then the transaction ID that we are getting from the servers, we are assigning it to the transaction ID. Else, we are simply saying that the transaction is not successful, hence is transaction successful will be false, and then I'm returning the UPI payment. So after the initiate transaction, we are having the UPI payment with status variable. So now I'm checking that if the transaction is successful, then we are adding this widget right here. That means the message. Else what we'll do is that we'll say unable to clear the transaction. Right. So now if I go to the payment and click on any of these, for example, Paytm. Okay, so I have to hot reload once. Yeah. So now go to the payment, click on Paytm, and now you can see that the Paytm app has been opened and it is asking for my password. Right. So I can simply open the app and the transaction will be called. So now you can see that we have the phone number, we have the name of the user, basically the UPI ID, and you are paying the amount and also what is account that is transferred, and then I can simply pay and it will be transferred. Now if I go back, then we are having an error message. Right here from the UPI India package, because we have cancelled the transaction. So this is how we can do the UPI transaction or inside our Flutter application, right? So this is the payment part. Also, I have integrated the location. So now if I click on location, it will load and it will ask me to open up my location. So as you can see that my location is currently off. So that is why it is asking me. So I'll say okay. And then it will automatically load the app and the location is automatically on. So currently it is showing my location, as you can see right here. Yeah. And I can go to anywhere and basically pin that here as well. So wherever I click, it will automatically add the location pin to that particular latitude and longitude, and then we can click on this button right here to send that location. So as you can see, we have this icon, the latitude, longitude, and then we are having Guaspur at Mali, India. So this is some place in India. So if we are using the geocoding package to get the address of that place, so this is how we can share the location as well. Now let's go to the source code of this location. So if you go to the case part for location, what I am basically doing is that I'm navigating to the map screen and then I'm extracting the latitude and longitude, and then I'm basically converting that location to the message widget, and then I'm adding that message to the bottom and then scrolling to the bottom, right? So what I mean by converting location to message, so in this function it is accepting lat long and it is returning as widget. So I am passing the message type as location and I'm passing the lat long. That's it inside this circular message that we are having. So let's go to the map screen and let's see what is happening, right? So when I open it, you can see that we have a lat long current location. So in this variable, we are going to save our current location. Now in the init state, we are getting the current location via the geolocator package. So this will automatically get us the location of the user. And then we are simply assigning that particular user, that particular latitude and longitude to the current location. After assigning the current location, what I can do is I can simply pass that location to the marker. So marker is nothing but if I open up the location page, you can see that there is a location pin right here. So this is known as marker. We can change the width, height, and then we can also change the color. So I've assigned the color of the theme of the app, and you can also assign some specific widget also or any other icon as well, but I have assigned the location underscore pin. So basically for this rendering, I'm not using Google Maps. I'm basically using the Flutter underscore map, which I showed you earlier, right? So this package I'm using Flutter underscore map. So what this is doing is that it is basically rendering each tile. So this is like an image. If I zoom out of it, you can see that its tiles are rendering. Tiles are automatically rendering. If I go out here, the tiles are rendering. So we are passing a URL template. So if you go to your browser, if you open up your browser and pass this link that is having right here in the URL template, let me go here, pass this link and then pass the X, Y and Z coordinates. So you can pass any value, right? So I can pass 10, 2, 1. So you can see that I opened as 111 and it is returning a tile basically right here. So as you can see, when I am passing 111, it is showing a specific tile right here. So basically all these tiles are rendering, right? So this is what Flutter map package is doing in the background. Cool. So inside the body, I'm just passing the Flutter map and I'm passing in the options, in the map options, I'm passing the zoom, initial zoom that we are having is 13, and on clicking, I'm just initializing the current location as a lat long. So whenever I click somewhere, we are going to change the current location to the lat long. And also we have the marker position set as current location. So that is why wherever we click, the marker location automatically changes because we are using set state right here. So if I click on send, what it will do is that, let me open the floating action button. So you can see that I'm just popping out of the screen and I'm taking the current location, that is the latitude and longitude, and passing that to the message page, right? If I go back, you can see that we are having the latitude and longitude as well, and it is Russia. Awesome. So this is how we can pass the location. Also, I have integrated the contact. So now if you go here, you can see that we are having the contacts. Now these contacts are from my original phone, so I can't show these right now. So basically you can click on new contact and then create a new contact as well, and save that right here. So if I create a new contact like 123 and I save the name as anything and I click enter, then we have 123 is successfully saved. Then I can refresh the screen, and as you can see that in the bottom we are having 1233, not on the top, in the bottom we are having, right, the same 99999. So I can simply click on here and then message that particular user. So currently if I open from this screen contact, I can select any contact, right? If I long press right here, you can see that this contact is automatically selected, right? If I click on here, so these contacts are selecting automatically. And if I click again, then they will be deselected. And then we are having a floating action button right here as well. I can click on OK, and this will send that phone number to Rick Roland, right? So let's see how this functionality is working. So basically I am having a contact page, and this is returning selected contacts as a list of users. And then I'm converting the list of users into list of widgets using convert contacts to messages. And then I'm adding all of these messages inside the main message list, and then I'm using set state to rebuild it and then scrolling to the bottom. So inside the convert contacts to message, I'm simply mapping the messages and then assigning the circular message and message type as contact, and I'm passing the contact right here. So if you go to the circular message, right, here we have a enum for the message type. We can send text, audio, video, image media. Image media have the images or GIF messages. Then we have URL, then we have document, UPI payment, contact, location, right? So I have basically created all of these right here. The document, UPI payment, contact, lat long, and we are using switch case for this as well. And then I'm mapping for each of these scenarios, like what we are going to use. For URL, it will return the URL messages. For the document, it will return the document message. For the UPI payment, it will return the payment message. Similarly for others. So this is how it's returning. If I go back to the contact page, what I am doing is that I am having a controller. So if I open my contact, you can see that there is a search field as well. So I can search a particular contact. So you can see that we have 123 that we stored initially. Right now I can backspace as well. I can cancel it. Then I'm having list of selected contacts, initial contacts, and contacts. So basically initial contacts are the contacts that are stored initially when we open the screen. The contacts are the contacts that we have while sorting as well. So now if I type here 1, 2, 3, so basically inside the contact lists, I am having just this 1, 2, 3 contact. But inside my initial contacts, we are having all the contacts that we were having initially. So I'm doing this because when I click on cancel, I'm just assigning my contacts as my initial contacts so that I'm going back to my original state. So here I am creating a boolean saying that is contact selected or not, right? So I'm doing that, and in the init state I am basically getting the contacts. So I'm using the Flutter contacts plugin, and then I'm requesting the permission. If I get the permission, then I'm getting the contacts with properties, photos and thumbnail, and then I'm setting the contacts to initial and the contacts. Now inside the body, I'm having safe area so that it will render below the status bar. Then we are having column, and inside the column we are having another column that is for the is search and then contact. So if I click on here, it will say as search, and if I cancel it, it will say as contacts. So this boolean we are having changes that. Also, the search icon is also changed with the close icon. So you can see that the icons are also changed. So basically on clicking it, we are changing that if search is true, then it will be set as false. If it is false, then it will be set as true. Okay. Now, whenever we click on this refresh, we can see that the contacts refreshed. So whenever we click on here, it will show this toast that contacts refreshed, and then it will get the contacts, the same function we called in the init state, to re-get the list of items, that is the contacts. After then, I'm having the search bar and the status bar. So basically, search bar I'm having, this is the search bar where I can search for any contact. Let's close that. After these widgets, I'm having expanded, and I'm checking that if the contact is not empty, then show the list view dot separated, else show the loading widget, that we have custom loader widget. Okay. So inside the list view dot separated, I'm simply passing the image bytes, and the image URL is contact selected or not. The title, that is the display name. Subtitle, message counter, on tap. So on clicking, what will happen? Nothing will happen. But if we on long press, then it will automatically select that contact. And if I click again, now I can select multiple contacts here. Awesome, right? Cool. So these are the functions, and that's it inside the contact page that we are having. Also, if I go back and now go from here, this is the same as well, right? This screen is also same. So now this, we have talked about the payment, location and the contact. Also, I can share the GIF as well now. So now if I click here, click on any of these GIF that is loading, like this one, You can see that it automatically scrolls down, and this is the GIF that we are having, right? Also, I can share any message and then it will be shared right here. Awesome. Also, now if I long press on this icon, then we can record our voice as well. So now if I long press here, as you can see that there is a waveform. So I'm working on this widget and I'm currently working. So as you can see, I am currently long pressing on this audio widget, and as I speak, the waveform automatically changes. And if I don't speak, then it won't change, right? So if I swipe to the right and leave, then that particular widget will be removed from the widget tree. But if I just speak and I just lift my left mouse, then you can see that the recording is automatically stopped, and now I'm speaking, but the recording is not changing or the waves are not changing, and also it is staying right here. So I'm working on the UI part for now. So currently it is just working, but we have to make the UI look good as well. So I'm going to update you guys on this as well on upcoming parts. So this is the update regarding the payment, location and the contact. So now we can send all types of messages, either it's audio, payment, document, camera, gallery or contact, right? Now inside the message screen, we just have to implement the Firebase and real-time chatting so that we can share that particular message to someone, a real user, and they can receive that message as well. And we also have to work on the notification part so that whenever we send any message, the notification should be sent to Rick Roland as well. So we are going to work on that as well, but it's not for now. Next, what I completed is in the settings profile. Now you click on share, then it will automatically show this pop-up, and then you can share this text right here that I copied from WhatsApp that we are having. So you can share this to WhatsApp, Facebook or any other application. Also, now we can click on change password, and then we can simply change the password. So now if I click any password, then it is saying that it is incorrect. But if I enter 1234, then it is accepted. So we are going to use Hive as well so that we can store the password in the encrypted form, and then we can use that password to open our private messages that we are having in this page. Right. Also, I'm working on the settings UI. So this is the basic app that I get from the pub.dev. So I get to know about this package. So basically it helps to create settings UI very easily. So I'm going to use this as well. So I'm going to check out what WhatsApp is using and then use same settings inside this app as well. So this is the settings part, this is the share part, and this is the change password that we are having. Great. So let me just go through with all of these things as well. So now if you go to the settings page, so settings page is nothing but this settings page that we are having. So inside the app bar, I'm passing the settings. I'm going to change this UI as well, color theme as well. And then we are having this settings section. So we have one section and we can pass the platform as well. So I can pass either Android or iOS. and then it will automatically generate the UI for that particular platform. So now it is showing the settings UI for iOS, right? So I don't have to do anything and it is showing me that only. Great. Inside the setting section, I'm having a setting tile. So basically I have on pressed. So what will happen on clicking on it? I'm having the title, the description and the leading. If we can pass any icon here. Also we are having a trailing. So we can add a trailing widget, any value, and then we can say if it is enabled or not. So if I set it to false, this will be disabled. As you can see, I can't click here now. Cool. Similarly, I am having these tiles, all these tiles. So I'm going to check the tiles from WhatsApp and then add that particular setting style as well in here. Then I'm having the share plus package. So if I go in search and search for share plus, so you can see that it is nothing but we have share. So whenever I click on here, it is going to invoke this function, that is share, and then we can send that text here that I copied from WhatsApp exactly. And whenever we click on change password, it is automatically navigating us to the passport screen right here. This is a transparent screen that we are having, and then I am having now this is having the UI, and we have the password entered validation. So if it is 1234, then the password is validated, like you can see here. Else it won't be validated and we will be stuck on the screen only. So you can see that it is invalid. So I have these 4 digits and the background color and cancel callback. So if I go here, this cancel callback will be called as navigator.pop context. Right. So in this video, we've talked about how to send messages like Paytm, from Paytm, Google Pay and Amazon. We've talked about how to send location messages and contact as well as audio. And we've also talked about how to send the change password UI and the share UI as well as the settings UI. So in the next part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover more of the settings screen and inside the settings page right here as well, and focus on the message screen as well, and we'll integrate the backend part also so that we can send the messages in real time. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the content. If you do, then make sure to like it and share it with your friends as well. So with that being said, I'm Ishmael. Peace out.